Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a wise man named Siddhartha Gautama, known to all as the Buddha. His teachings of peace and enlightenment had spread far and wide, bringing tranquility to many hearts. One sunny afternoon, as the Buddha was resting under a Bodhi tree, a young boy approached him, his face twisted with anger. The boy clenched his fists and shouted, You're the one they call the Buddha, right? My father says you are nothing but a fraud, filling people's heads with nonsense. Buddha looked at the boy with serene eyes and asked, Why are you so angry, my child? Taken aback by the calm response, the boy hesitated, but his anger quickly flared up again. Everyone in the village listens to you. They say you bring peace, but my father says you're just confusing them. He told me to come here and tell you to leave our village. The Buddha, maintaining his calm demeanor, said, Sit with me for a moment. Reluctantly, the boy sat down, still seething with anger. The Buddha picked up a stone from the ground and handed it to the boy. Hold the stone tightly, he instructed. Confused, the boy gripped the stone tightly in his hand. The Buddha then asked, Is the stone heavy? No, it's not, the boy replied. Now hold it out in front of you, the Buddha said. The boy did as he was told, holding the stone at arm's length. After a few minutes, his arms started to tremble and the stone seemed to grow heavier. How does the stone feel now? Asked the Buddha. It's getting heavy, the boy admitted. Buddha smiled gently. Anger is like this stone. At first, it may seem insignificant, but the longer you hold on to it, the heavier it becomes. Eventually, it will wear you down. The boy's eyes widened in realization as he slowly lowered his arm, dropping the stone to the ground. He looked at the Buddha, his anger beginning to fade. But what about my father? He asked, his voice softer now. Your father is also carrying a stone of his own, Buddha replied. He holds onto his beliefs and anger tightly. The best way to help him is to show him the burden he carries, not by confronting him with more anger. The boy nodded, understanding dawning in his eyes. Thank you, Buddha. Buddha placed a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder. Remember, peace comes from letting go of the stones we carry in our hearts. With a newfound sense of calm, the boy returned to his village, ready to share his experience with his father. As he walked away, the Buddha watched him go, a peaceful smile on his lips, knowing that the seed of understanding had been planted. And so, the boy and the village learned that true strength comes from within, not from the weight of anger, but from the lightness of a peaceful heart.